Hello everybody, and today we are back in Scrap Mechanic, and today I'm just going to be doing a short little tutorial on logic, which can be a bit confusing at times, but it's all in good with this tutorial. So let's get started then. So first I'll make it. The hell is that? The Waffle House has found a new host. Well, anyway, yes, I'm gonna make a tutorial today. So, first things first. First thing as a tutorial is this. This is the lift. You can use this to spawn in creations you've downloaded or made yourself. And also, if you press the up and down arrow on your keyboard, it goes up and down. Pretty simple. And anyway, I'm just gonna make a platform just to showcase stuff on. So I think first I'm gonna do buttons and switches. So, well, first of all, you need a tool. God, I'm forgetting the name of it. A connect tool. You need this to wire everything up. So, switch, button. See, no connections at the moment, but I'm gonna change that. You can just use these to connect up lights. So you see, lights are automatically on because you don't need a switch to turn them on. They're just on automatically. But when you connect them, the switch is off. It's off, as you can see. And it also works with the buttons. When you hold it, it turns on. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. Switches are, I'm gonna be using them with all the other stuff because you kind of need something to activate stuff. But I'll go with the next one. I'll show you how to make a simple logic loop. This is what you use to make a machine gun. What you want to do is you want to place 4 down or 3, depending on what you want to do, and you want to change 1 from an AND to a NAND, which basically makes it an opposite. Then what you want to do is you want to connect one of them up to the switch. Then what you want to do is connect one to the next one, then that one to the next one, then that one to the next one, and then that one to the next one in a loop. You'll see that one's on because it's the opposite of the others, because it's a yes. But you can use that to fire spud guns. You can also use sensors, but I'll get to that in a minute. But when you just drag one to it, and then when you press the button, starts firing. Pretty simple. I think next I'll go with thrusters, which are they do what they do as advertised. When you press the switch, it turns on and it pushes your creation. And you can adjust the power. Of course, this one won't work right now because I'm on a lift. But if I take away the lift, As you can see now, it's moving, but I don't want that to happen, so I'm just gonna put it down on the lift. Well, anyway, that's thrusters. So yes, I'll do next one. I'll do bearings. Yeah, I'll do bearings. Bearings are the stuff you need to make your wheels work. So you get your wheels. Yeah, there's 2 wheels in the base game, unless you're using mods. There's wheel and there's big wheel. I'm gonna just use wheel to demonstrate. So you attach it on, and it gives you a little animation, and then you just want to attach what you want to attach. Could be an engine or a controller, but it can really be anything, really, as you want to. But well, you just want to, because like sensors, like when you sense, you can send a signal to controller, which will send a signal to that. But anyway, you can select that for driving on a car, and turn it on, max power, and it won't work because it's off. It's on the lift. Ooh. As you can see, it's moving quite fast. I want to slow that down. Yeah, level 5 engines are pretty powerful. Jeez, that was a lot more powerful than I expected, really. The more you know. There's also electric engines, which are more stiff, like they don't... It's a funny way to word it, but they're slightly different to, yes, to, gas engine. So, I'll try the controller next, and these controller... Oh, I tapped the screen, you're gonna see that controller menu, but, these controllers, they're the same kind of thing, except they move slower and they only move when you program them to move. Like, so you grab it and then you drag it around and it does like stuff like that. And that's the already one, and I want it to do that. So I'm gonna do it. And also, if you want just, it knows 15 degrees, but if you want to, technical difficulty. And we're back. Something happened. Don't know what. It rebooted me to the Steam Link page, which is what I'm doing to stream it to my phone to then screen record it, because I don't know how to work a screen recorder on my laptop. Oh, and also my laptop screen is cracked, so what you're seeing over here, I'm seeing white with lines. So, but if you want to do it in just 1 degree, you can hold Shift, and it adds 1 instead of 15. I'll do it 360, and I put it on loop, so when I activate it, it'll keep doing that. So, see, it'll keep going in 360s until I tell it to stop. And you can increase the speed and decrease the speed and everything as well. I think next I'm gonna do sensors. They don't have to be rotated that way, I just did that. And these can go up to a max of 20 when they're level 5. So when you walk in front of it, it triggers like a laser beam, and it sees, and you can make this like shoot that. Like, oh yeah, I could do it. Yeah, as a demonstration, So when you cross it, starts firing that. Cool. Very cool. But you can also change it to a different mode. So you can change it to sound, which I'm not sure what it does. Switch, which I think it's like toggle instead of when you see it when it sees something it happened. Like, I'll test it out. Technical difficulties again. We're back again, and I don't know what happened, but I've got this set up, and I think I fixed the issue, but I'm gonna have to wrap this up quickly anyway. But anyway, the switch mode does what I thought. Turns it into a switch instead of that. But it also has color sensor mode, which changes from sensing something to sensing a specific color. But I won't go into too far detail of that since I have to get going with this. So next up I'll do pistons. Fact about pistons, they only work when you have something on them. Pretty simple. Just attach something to the piston. Then when you press the piston, it extends however far you want at however speed you want. And also this bit has no collision, so be careful with that. You can extend something and then place something in the way of this, and then when it tries to de-extend, it'll get caught and won't do it and might flip your creation around. The physics are crazy in this game. I'll keep that. But I think that's everything I've done on this page. Change the other keyboard. Timers, pretty standard. Literally, go up to whatever time you want, then add extra minutes. You can get a full minute on this, and it'll just go. And then once it's finished, it'll activate something. They're pretty cool. And actually, I think I've done it. Ah, yes, suspension. Also there's mechanics with friction, like that's a friction, basically frictionless block. And then this, like sometimes is the reason I've used pipes, but not here because I didn't use pipes here because I was lazy. But the reason I use pipes is because they don't touch each other, they're not a full block, but these blocks touch each other, so sometimes if I open this, it got caught a little there, as you saw. So it can get caught, which is a problem. Suspension, you can just change how good it is. Like if you wanted to do that, I prefer to just keep it on low, or just keep it on default setting, which is 1. Don't turn it off. That's a bad idea. Do not turn it off. Bad idea. Your thing does nothing. Well, I think that's it for today. Oh yeah, and also logic gates can be used to make stuff like, sorry, I don't know if that's going to show up in the video, but something happened. But you can make it so only when all buttons are pressed, like it activates, like, you know, it's using, like, that's an and that's also an and. So like when all that stuff is activated, it activates this and this, which this is connected to that, which rotates it, and then this one goes into this one. This one also goes into this one, which goes into this one, which rotates that. Basically, it's a bit complicated, but not when you know what you're doing. Also, steering. You can make it so WASD do right, like A and D do right and left, and you just use steering bearings. You can see it on here. My steering bearings. Oh, and if you're doing four-wheel steering, make sure the front ones are the correct way and the back ones are the wrong way around. It makes it so it doesn't just go in one direction, which is like, instead of going forward and then steering. When you steer, instead of going, it goes, I'm gonna go this way now. Basically just slides, so it's a bit funky, but I think I've covered everything. For this tutorial. Well, thank you guys for watching, I guess, and I'll see you next time. The Waffle House has found a new host.